Now I put up on the screen a basic PowerPoint of 3 credit cards that you need to avoid at all costs. Now I could probably come up with at least a dozen different credit cards that I think are horrible, whether it comes down to the fees, the predatory lender tactics. There's a whole bunch of different things that you guys got to be mindful of. Now on this channel, we talk about all the different ways where we try to utilize different credit card products to bolster up and improve our credit profile. Some of us are starting with challenge credit, right? There's really no way around that, and we can't pretend like that doesn't exist. These type of credit cards, they pretty much target those that have challenge credit. So if you're in the 400s, 500s and below, it's going to be tough for you guys to get credit cards. And we pretty much know at this point that having revolving credit card products is an excellent way to build up your credit profile. The positive payment history, the fact that they report to all 3 credit bureaus, utilization being reported to the credit bureaus. These are reasons why credit cards are an excellent tool to build up your credit, but there are some good credit cards and there are some horrible credit cards. And I want to go over 3 credit cards that I'm seeing on a few credit profiles when I do consultations, and I'm going to show you why we need to avoid these cards. So now the first one on the screen here, First Premier MasterCard. And I will say this, I see this particular credit card on more credit profiles than not, but I always see First Premier. Now let's go over why we got to stay clear of these guys, right? Number one, the processing fee. So in order to even open up a credit card account with First Premier Bank, you have to pay a processing fee, which is going to be between $55 and $95 that you have to pay. This is not going towards your credit limit. This is not a security deposit. This is just a fee to be able to just open up the credit card. That's crazy. 2, annual fee. So between, and again, when you see these ranges, it's because depending on your credit profile, depending on how strong your credit score is, they may charge you on the higher end and they may charge you on the lower end. Either way, these fees still don't make sense. So annual fee, $50 upward to $125 in your first year. After the first year, you're still going to be spending $45 after. And none of these cards are going to be giving you rewards, points, status. These are just fees just to use a credit card, right? This is why I do not like these type of cards. Next, monthly fee up to $10 per month. Reduce spending limits due to the fees. So for example, if you go to First Premier and you try to get a $300 credit card, right? They say they approve you for $300. If you have an annual fee of $125, now you have what, $175 spending limit out of a potential $300 limit. I understand the concept of not wanting to extend a large credit limit to somebody who may not have the best credit score. But again, if you're only getting $300, $500 spending limits and you have to pay $55 to $95 in processing fee, about $100 in annual fee, a $10 monthly fee, a large portion of your spending limit is not even going towards purchases, but it's just going towards fees, right? Ticky-tack fees that's going straight to the bank. Now, this is the reason why I call these guys predatory lenders. We talked about this in a video, I forget when I did it, but in that report that I went over with you guys, they talked about how interest rates are rising across the board. If you have decent credit, I think the rates were going up to about like 16, 18%, upwards to about 20%. And I mentioned that if you have subprime credit, if your credit is not good, you're going to see APRs above that 20% threshold, upwards to 36%. And this is the card that will charge you 36% APR. And I don't believe that there's a credit card product on the market that's higher than the First Premier MasterCard. If there is one, let me know down in the comments. That 36% APR, I believe that's the highest one that I've seen personally on a credit report. And again, I mentioned no rewards and cash back. Oh, here's another thing. So there's something called a credit limit increase fee, right? So we always talk about how, you know, any credit card that you get, you spend, you pay off, you spend, you pay off. You do that for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, maybe 12 months. Every issuer is different. Every credit profile is different. But after a certain period of time, if you pay on time, if you do what you're supposed to do, the credit card issuer is going to give you a credit limit increase, right? We always try to request a credit limit increase every 6 months on average. First Premier, what they're doing is they're going to charge you a 25% fee for the amount that they gave you in the increase. So for example, if they gave you a $300 credit limit credit card, you paid on time for 6 months, and they increase your credit limit from $300 to $400. So they gave you $100 additional spending limit. They're going to hit you with a $25 fee just because they gave you $100 additional spending limit. Do you understand now why I'm lumping these type of credit card issuers in that predatory lending box, right? This is the reason why I want you guys to stay away from these type of cards. Processing fees, annual fees, monthly fees, 36% APR. So you're spending a crazy amount in interest if you're carrying a balance. And then on top of that, when they reward you with the higher credit limit, they're going to hit you with a fee on top of that. This is the reason why you got to stay clear of First Premier MasterCard, right? What's the next one? First Access Credit Card. This one, they have a $95 program fee to open up an account. So very similar to what we just went over. This is not going to be considered your security deposit. This is not something that you're going to get back. This is just, you got to pay a fee just to open up this card, $95. APR, 34.99. Not as bad as that First Premier card, still too high. $75 annual fee for the first year, $48 after. So again, you can see they're kind of hitting you with the same type of fees. They're not as bad. They're not as egregious as the First Premier card. But again, these fees are still too high. All of these fees that they're trying to hit you with, the annual fees, monthly fees, initiation fees, right? That's hundreds of dollars that you could be saving, putting aside, and using those several $100s to put down as a security deposit for your secured card. Whether that be with some of the fintech companies like Chime or Grow Credit, like we talked about 2 weeks ago. If you're trying to get your credit back on track, there are ways that you can do it. There are credit card products that you can add onto your credit profile without having to spend hundreds of dollars in fees just to be able to do it. So this one is $0 for the first year. Okay, again, better, but $8.25 thereafter, right? These are fees that you're not going to get back. These are fees going straight to the credit card issuer. Credit limit increase fee of 20%. And I just gave you that example before. If they give you an additional $100 credit limit on top of what they originally started you with, they're going to get 20% of that. So $100 credit limit increase, they automatically take out that $20. No rewards cash back. So what's the next one? Surge Platinum. All right, I haven't seen too many of these on credit profiles that I've actually looked at, but again, these type of credit card products are out there. Surge Platinum, $0 activation fee. Okay, cool. Annual fee, $75 to $125 for the first year. Every year after that, you're looking at about $100 to $125 every single year. Additional card fee, $30. So if you want to get an authorized user for your child or your spouse, every card that you request from them, expect another $30 fee. Monthly fee is $0 for the first year, which is good. $8.25 after. We don't like that. Up to $1,000 credit limit, doubles to $2,000 after 6 on-time payments. Most banks are going to let you at least request every 6 months. Surge is going to allow you to do that. The maximum I believe you can get is $2,000. So again, guys, this is pretty standard, but I just had to put that in there. So these are the three. Again, there's so many different subprime, predatory type of credit card products that are out there. A lot of times when you go ahead and you try to apply, there are some terms and there's some fine print that you can look at. I want you to look at the numbers before you apply for the credit cards. Number one, I don't want you to apply for any of these type of cards, right? If your credit score isn't in the 600s, ideally mid 6s, I always tell you guys to try to go for the secured cards anyway, right? Take that $200, $300, $400 that you're going to be spending in fees and admin fees and activation fees and monthly fees with these guys, with these subprime predatory type of cards. Take that money, go to your nearest bank, go to your nearest credit union, ask them, hey, I'd like to open up a secured credit card. What can I do? Many of them are going to pull your credit. And again, depending on how bad your credit profile is, some of these major banks may go ahead and deny you for the secured card. There's no way around it. But if you're in that position, there are still other ways around. Check out the video that I did on Grow Credit. I did another video on Chime. There are enough products out there, especially now with the fintech companies being more prevalent. There are enough companies out there that even if you have challenge credit, you have rough credit, you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars of junk fees just to be able to open up a trade line on your credit profile. Check out the videos that I'm going to recommend in the description and probably above my head somewhere. There are better alternatives, and that's pretty much it, guys. So hopefully you got a couple of gems from this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, go down in the comments, like, subscribe, and I'll check you out in the next video. Peace. Hey, what's up guys? If you're still watching and you're enjoying the content, click the link below and get access to my cheat sheet guide. It's a free PDF, how to get an 800 credit score without any gimmicks or fluff. With this info, you can start cleaning up your credit profile today. Also, if you're very serious about not only cleaning up your credit, but also maximizing your personal credit profile, as well as your business credit profile, go ahead and click the other link in the description, moneycodes.com/inner circle. Inside you get access to the credit codes course, the business credit codes course, access to exclusive private webinars, and bi-weekly coaching calls. I'm giving you guys access to everything for free for 7 days. So make sure you take advantage of this offer. Click the start free trial now, and I'll see you in the inner circle.